Anda menyaksikan CNBC Indonesia bersama saya, Safrina Nasution, dan telah bergabung secara eksklusif bersama kami di CNBC Indonesia, Janusz Wojciechowski, the EU Commissioner for Agriculture. How are you, sir? A pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for the invitation to this interview. It's my pleasure to be in Indonesia. A very important mission. The objective of my mission is to strengthen our relations, our cooperation in a very important area, which is agriculture, very important for the food security. The food security is our global responsibility. This is opportunity to express my thanks for the Indonesian farmers for their contribution to ensure food security in this very difficult time. Especially the last years were very difficult for farmers everywhere in the world. We observed the big destabilization of the political and also economic situation. There was time of pandemic, destabilization of the market after Russian aggression against Ukraine, many disasters, the natural disasters, catastrophes affected, like flood, drought, affecting very much our farmers. But contribution of Indonesian farmers is huge, and only two figures that Indonesia is the agriculture area in Indonesia is only 1.3% of the world agricultural land, but the production of the primary products, cereals, oil crop oils and fruit and vegetables is almost 5% of the world production. Right. I'd like to congratulate the Indonesian farmers and to say thank you, because food security is, as I said, is the global challenge and our global responsibility.
How do you see Indonesia's position as a great contributor for a food security amidst so many global agriculture challenges that you mentioned before?
You know, that's what is especially interesting for me in Indonesia. This is the huge the importance of the small-scale family farmers, and first of all, for them, I'd like to express the thanks, because according FAO, for Food and Agriculture Organization, United Nations, the smallest farms, less than 2 hectares, they managed only 12% of agricultural land in the world, but they produce 36% of food, 3 times more than they managed land. This is also the Indonesian case, because majority of farms are very small in Indonesia, but very productive and contributing a lot for the food security. Of course, very important for the food security is also the international cooperation, solidarity between the member states, solidarity with farmers. Open trade is important. I know there is ambition of the member states, also the Indonesian ambition. The President Prabowo Subianto declared that how important is self-sufficiency. But self-sufficiency is also the possible to the trade, food trade, exchange of goods is not against the self-sufficiency. It is complementary to the self-sufficiency.
Right. So one of your agendas here in Indonesia is to meet the Minister of Law and Human Rights to discuss the development of Indonesia's geographical indication. Can you explain to the CNBC Indonesia audience what exactly is geographical indication and what is the purpose of Indonesia's geographical indication in the future?
Yes, thank you for this question. And geographical indications, it is the system well developed in the European Union, but also in Indonesia. I had the pleasure to give the certificates for the free. I have to use the correct name.
Yeah, for sure, it's okay.
Yes, there is for the free products of Indonesia, which we recognize the certificate, and in the European Union market, they will be recognized as the geographical indication protected products. This is the Lada Putih Munto muntok,
some of the commodities, agriculture commodities.
Yes. Garam armed bali, bunga garam amet.
It's a Bali salt. Bali salt.
Very important, very the good products, and coffee Arabica Gallo.
Arabica
it is the
coffee from Aceh.
And today I had the pleasure to give the certificates for the representatives of the producers of these products. What means that everywhere in Europe this product protected. There is no possible to make the imitation of these products.
Okay.
This is protection, but also the promotion. That is very important, because food production is not only the food is not only the products. This is not like in industrial products.
Yeah.
Food, this is long-term tradition. This is the national heritage, food production in Europe and also in Indonesia. It is. People want to know about what they consume, what they eat. They want to know where the product was produced, how was produced. This is very important, and geographical indication. This is the way to give for the consumers the information. This is long tradition product, local product with special technology. That is very important for the consumer trust to quality of our production. Very good for the promotion, and I can also. I'm happy that
those three are the only products or commodities that is recognized as geographical indication from Indonesia, or do you have any other products?
No, we are increasing the cooperation where there is negotiation about the free trade agreement, and also part of agreement will be the mutual recognizing of the geographical indications. But today I had the opportunity to give the certificates for the free products. I think that it is the good sign that we are ready to strengthen our cooperation and to increase this mutual system to recognize geographical indication.
Well, thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you so much.
It was a great pleasure for me.
Thank you. So, visiting here, Jakarta, Indonesia, which companies from the EU you also invite on your trip here?
They are representatives of first of all the dairy sector. They are representative of the dairy associations from the European Union, because the European Union export to the Indonesian market is now limited, and our ambition is to increase our export to the Indonesia. But dairy products is one of the products which I think there is opportunity to increase our relations. I know there are ambitious programs in Indonesia to increase the production, to deliver the dairy products to the school children.
Right, the free meal program.
Yes, free meal program. Yes, and we have many experience in Europe, for example, for delivering milk products to school students, to school children. And there is opportunity to exchange our practices, because how to organize the distribution system, it is not easy. This is the difficult challenge, but we are ready to cooperate, not only to improve to increase our trade relations, but also that's very important is exchange of the knowledge, exchange of best practices. The main actors of these missions, they are representatives of the agri-food business, the bilateral relations between Europeans, agri-food representatives of farmers also, and Indonesian partners is the most important part of this mission.
How important it is the Indonesia and EU cooperation in tackling the global food change challenges. As you mentioned before, the pandemic has a scaring effect, and then there's a climate change. The global food supply is not an easy issue to tackle, and so on. How do you think this bilateral relation between Indonesia and EU can have a great contribution for a global food supply change?
First of all, our agricultural production is complementary. We are not there is not the direct competition at the global market between European Union and Indonesia. For example, we import a lot of palm oil from Indonesia, which is important. We need this product for our food industry. And but we don't produce the palm oil in Europe. Yeah. But for the Indonesia, for example, the dairy products that I know that this ambitious program to increase this production, but now there is not enough dairy products produced directly in Indonesia. That it shows that. Our offer at the market is complementary. Yes, there is not the direct competition.
Something that Indonesia cannot produce are being produced in Europe, and something
no one country in the world is able to produce everything which consumers need.
True.
Of course, the food sovereignty and the self-sufficiency means that we should be ready to survive without if there's critical situation when the import is impossible, but it doesn't mean that we should not import that. Of course, that we need to buy the products to exchange our goods, because there is no one country producing everything.
Right, sir.
Not everything is possible to produce in Indonesia. Not everything is possible to produce in European Union.
For sure, it's a collective actions on tackling a global food challenge.